Whew. Oh man, I mean it's literally on fire, man. Like I said, it's a what you call it? An internet frenzy. Uh, you want to open up California completely. I'm not mad at that. What else you want to do? The nightclub scene. Not mad at that either. Broadband. Definitely not mad at that. There's just one dilemma. To put a dilemma on when people can certify for remote learning or self education should not be determined by the system that doesn't agree upon that. You got to agree upon it first, and there shouldn't be a rule or regulation as to anyone changing their mind. It can happen in an instant. And speaking of instance, uh, the Gaza Strip, the U.S. economy, jobs. Like I said, you're doing more online activity, and that's another thing I'm trying to address, which is the fact that individuals are consumed by the consumer, meaning the consumer made an agreement with specific individuals to boost, but it's not equally opportunity on the internet because you don't own it. So when it comes to the views and the the power plays that you would want to address, it's sublime what you was planning before Trump came in office. So get back to that, man. More what you call it? More clothing items that you don't own. More shopping at places that you don't own. And more subliminal shots at things you don't own. Uh, that's why I became the niggercratic president. At least that way, that's something that I own. uh, this V8 VRBO, I'm canceling no sponsors from this point forth because of the simple fact is they'll rather advertise with others. So I can no longer do that because of what's taking place. And to fault me for it would be just an injustice. But like I said, man, the world's full of that. COVID increases China influence in India's backyard. They said that India has now proclaimed this coronavirus as a black plague. Friday afternoon, Cardinal news and notes. Uh, when it comes to notes, I see that the individuals are taking those notes, downloading those notes. Because, like I said, I'm not into this for the views or the groupings. I'm an individual. And I would like society to address me as such. Microsoft CEO responds to news of Bill Gates like I said, man, Bill Gates is under more hot water because of the internet bias that he subliminally has. And like I said, it's Steve Jobs, my Apple, because like I said, with him gone, Microsoft kind of adapted his play, which I don't have a problem with. It's just the stuff that you do is just teaching the youth to do the same. So that could be a periodical problem. I mean, looking at it systemically because of your systemic thoughts, which is you have to be a grade above a specific and nothing else. That shows me the psychosis that you're under. And like I said, I don't claim to be a superiority. It's just when we balance the playing fields as far as nutrition, finances, I think we can become equals. I mean, as far as systemics are concerned, and data, by the way, because you're using that as your forte to explain everything. But like I said, as humans, we've been here pretty much before data, so miss me with the excuses, man. Jeremy Powell, oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Who obtains all of the data? Oh yes, Bill Gates. I reframed your name and kind of called it Bill Hates. But like I said, man, I don't hate bills. I just see them as what it is. Institution to pay towards the broader bands. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Like I said, I didn't even know that you were doing things like this until I started doing what you would call research. I call it I would call it case study because I'm looking at it like if I studied you as a person, a specific race, by the way, and decided upon myself what I would allow for you would be systemically oppressive. And I'm not trying to do any of that because, like I said, all of my ideas and craftiness that I've obtained through this, I guess, balance of pre-equilibrium, which is I got a taste of what it's kind of like to be president for a while. And now, like I said, the slitherbacks would like to deteriorate all of that. I don't have a problem with it because I'm looking at where I've came from to now. So I got no problem with that. It's just more or less the videos may live as long as YouTube is available. So continue downloading. I appreciate all of that. As your nigga president, man. Like I said, man, I'm glad to supply you with $300 dishes. I'm glad to do so, man. Because that's what you want. And I must give it to you as the president. Sarah Link. Oh, and that's another thing too. Salute the Slow Joe, man. Slow Joe, he's finally starting to pick up the pace. I told him to slow it down a few months back, but he's picking up the pace and he's going full fledged with this what is it called? Program for the mothers that work, and it's what is it called? It $300 a month on the 15th, starting July. 300 for every working tax filing mom or dad. Its details is further looked into. They'll be done with that by the end of next week, hopefully. There's a couple HR bills that's out, but there's nothing for the nigga cracks in there. And I see that you're not allowing any of that Tesla activity from the massacre to take place, which is the what I've been saying you should probably do. But It's a prequel to that, which is you got to take care of this pandemic first. That's allegedly, and then you can get back to slaughtering whatever you was planning on slaughtering. Microsoft CEO responds to news of Bill Gates. Like I said, I'm not really interested in all of that. I'm interested in more or less what he does on the internet with his broadbandable powers, which is, if you say the internet is safe as you say it is, then why are you getting hacked and having to pay ransoms? Or is that an inside job to pay yourself, Bill Gates? I'm looking at it. Moira Cooper. Because, like I said, if you obtaining all the data, then you should know who's doing which what. Like you know when my videos are uploaded. I want the same attention that you draw into my videos to draw worldwide to those, I guess, you who you claim that's doing that. I think it's an inside job. It's like I said, all this law and order and all this other stuff. How you can't catch that? Another one, another one, and another thing. Social distance from me, please, because I seen the crowd in the spot. They was gathered up, and I was trying to like maneuver through there, and I just had to blurp out like, get social distance. Yeah, I know the media says it's open, but I don't feel safe at all without the mask on in public because of someone can cough, sneeze, and I'll mess around and be on a respirator. Or when what do you call it? Ventilator. That's the name of it. I seen so many people on that ventilator. And I said, man, this is. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Pro-Palestinians, listen, man. Like I said, I think that was an inside job also. Like I said, I don't think those people was in that place when that went off. Because of the simple fact is, they didn't start talking about the bodies till after the bombings. You should have been talking about the bodies as soon as the bombings. That you see. But then, like I said, also with a bomb like that, wasn't supposed to be remains left of that. So how could you detect it? Another one, like I said, you got all this crime scene investigation, media, and all this. And get to the reality of investigation. Because I said, man, if the people in charge happen to voted for an individual like Trump, you gotta look at the big picture, man. Look at the big picture, man. And the big picture is you gave that to me, and it's little hands now, man. It's just little hands. I don't, like I said, little hands. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you and Slow Joe, man, because you showed me some things that I can't reveal to the world. I am, and that's what I mean by the pressure and all of that, and everything else with this opening. Go ahead, do whatever you gotta do, man. I told you the outcome already. Wait, but if you can't wait, do your own thing. Just don't blame me for not waiting, man. What news today? Last day of school, vaccines, clinic. Listen, man, the whole story. What news today? WSLS 13 hours ago. You giving me old news, man, from a day or two ago, man. What happened to you? It used to be America. Now it's becoming the land of cutthroats. The land of I'm better than you. The land of be great again. Where did your greatness go? That's what I mean. You supposed to be great. Once you great, you're just supposed to be great forever. That's why it's called great. Now you could be the GOAT, and that could come and go because somebody else can break the title and become the GOAT of that. But like I said, if once you're not it, it's not it. But once you're it forever in someone's mind. As we get to stare down to windows start closing in the White House, Trump CEO faces second, I guess, embarkment against the law. I really didn't understand that when you read this. You said that he was a criminal, and you locked his lawyer up and released him. Ah man, like I said, is corruption running rapid? And if so, who's gonna stop it? Don't put that on my back. Just wait and find out. That being said, peace. I gotta go.